Kevin McRae. My title is Deputy Commissioner of Higher Education. Peter, the number one goal of the Board of Regents and the Montana University system is to provide affordable access to higher education opportunities in Montana for Montana's families and communities. We have, in the university system in recent years, worked closely with the governor and the legislature on state funding and support of the university system that has allowed us to hold the line substantially on the price of tuition at the two-year college level. For example, at the two-year college in Missoula College of the University of Montana, we have kept tuition prices level with no increases for almost a decade.
Wow.
And at our four-year campuses for many years of the past decade, we have been able to keep tuition level. And it has always involved increasing state support. And we've built those kinds of partnerships with the legislature. That is, again, a top priority for us at the state level. We'll be working over the next 4 months to see if we can come to some outcome in the legislative process where we receive state funding that would allow us to hold the line on tuition. So that's the number one goal, providing affordable access to excellent educational opportunities.
Okay. Now, are there any specifics as to the things that you're specifically asking for from the legislature as far as numbers go?
It's kind of complex right now because the legislative branch and the executive branch are conducting their budget analysis. And they're trying to get on the same page to compare apples to apples in terms of where we will end up with the current biennium. And how that will situate us for the upcoming two-year biennium that starts next July 1st. Depending on the analysis of campus educational unit funding across the state, we might be looking at roughly $20 million over the next 2 years in additional funding for the educational units statewide. So if we can get that kind of, but I'm hesitant to even pin it down on that number because right now the executive fiscal analysts and the legislative fiscal analysts are kind of sharpening their pencils and polishing the budget analysis.
Well, sure. There's always hope for and settled for.
Exactly.
So those are the things you're looking at right now. And so I'm sure you're just in the beginning stages. At what point will you know where you stand?
Well, this is it's a 90-day legislative session, 90 working days, and we're only in day 5 right now. And honestly, we won't know until day 89 or 90. The way the process works, there's a Senate budget committee, there's a House budget committee, and each of those budget committees have subcommittees. We're going to be taking our budgets to our education subcommittee at the end of this month with budget presentations at the end of January. We expect the subcommittees will do their work. I would not expect that the House Appropriations Committee passes a budget until early March, and then they've got to pass that over to the Senate side. So we truly will not know until the last week of April